Hi guys, Shauna here. Welcome back to my channel and Vlogmas day 4. Y'all, I'm a hot mess today. It has been one of those mornings. I forgot my ring and I forgot I was going to do my nails, take the nail polish off during my lunch break today, but I forgot all the stuff for that. My hair is obviously not done. I took a shower last night and then just slept wet with wet hair, and then this is what it turned out this morning. Charlie was cranky this morning and he's been very wiggly at night. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so today I wanted to kind of do a postpartum update since I have been promising one ever since my labor and delivery story, which I will leave linked in the cards above for you guys, but I've never actually done it. So for those of you who are new to my channel or who have not watched my labor and delivery story, I did have a emergency C-section with Charlie after being in the hospital for over 24 hours and being in labor. So my postpartum recovery story is going to be based off of a C-section. I did not have a natural delivery. I only ever got to a 6 with being dilated. So right away, I was really surprised by how easy it was to recover from a C-section. I'd always been terrified of C-sections. I mean, they're literally almost cutting you in half. My C-section scar is from hip bone to hip bone almost. It's a big thing. They're pulling all your insides out to take the baby out. I always assumed it was a big ordeal, but it was relatively easy to recover. Right away the next morning, I was up and walking around. I had, for those of you who haven't watched my story, I had Charlie at 11:51 p.m. By 6 a.m. the next morning, I was asking if I could get up and walk around. They made me wait till 8, but I did get up right away. The hardest part for the first couple weeks probably was just getting in and out of bed. Once I went home, my own bed was even harder because in the hospital you can use the little remote to make it sit up, and then once you're at home you just kind of have to use your abs to sit up, and that made it hard. But that was the hardest part about recovery, was the getting in and out of bed. I was off the pain meds pretty quick after I went home. Wasn't a big deal. Taking care of the scar was a little more difficult. Obviously, I'm a little overweight, and so my scar is hard to see. Actually, it's impossible to see without a mirror, so taking care of it was a little difficult, but I used a mirror when I needed to just actually see it, and then just did feel. My doctor did tell me to wash it with soap and water every time I took a shower, which I did, and it healed beautifully is what they said at my 6-week appointment. I think my surgeon did an amazing job. My doctor was awesome. My scar is literally just a straight line, which, considering it was an emergency, is really, really lucky. And like I said, it healed awesome. So that part was really easy. Let's talk a little bit about weight. During my pregnancy, for those of you who watched my pregnancy updates and everything, you will know at the time I delivered Charlie, I had only gained 1 pound for the whole pregnancy. So when I lost him, or after I had the baby, not when I lost him, but after I had him, I lost a lot of weight. At first, I was a little surprised because the first week I didn't really lose anything. I lost 3 or 4 pounds. But then within the first month, I was down about 25 pounds. So that was actually about 25 pounds lower than my pre-pregnancy weight, which I was really happy about. Since then, I've gained some of it back, but not all of it. Part of that has to do with not breastfeeding anymore. So those of you who watched my Charlie updates know, which I will also leave the latest one linked up above, know that I breastfed him. For the first, he was exclusively breastfed for 5 months, almost 5 months. We started doing 1 bottle of formula a week before he turned 5 months old. So he's exclusively breastfed for that period, and I did have issues with breastfeeding. I will do that in a whole nother update. So breastfed until 5 months, and then mostly breastfed until 8 months with just 1, maybe 2 bottles a day. And now, this last month, 8 to 9 months, he has been mostly formula fed with at least 1 bottle of breast milk a day. He weaned himself about 3-4 weeks ago. So And then I have enough milk in the freezer to last. He turns 9 months old on Thursday. Today's Tuesday. And I have enough milk to last probably till Saturday. So he'll have milk, at least breast milk, at least until he's 9 months old, which I'm thankful for. I am mostly dried up. I still leak occasionally, which is weird. I haven't pumped or anything in over 2 weeks now. And so I kind of thought that, you know, no more milk would be coming. But occasionally, especially when I'm carrying him and he's whining, I'll leak a little. So I don't know. Just bodies are weird, I guess. Emotions. So right after I had Charlie, I was emotional. All moms are. Especially right after we went home from the hospital, I spent the next day like in tears the whole day. And then when I went back to work, I spent a good chunk of my time in tears. Mom guilt is a real thing. And even to this day, I'm gonna cry. The pressure, I guess, to try to be the best mom I can be and also have to help provide for my family is hard. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I could be the person who is with my son 24/7. But I can't, and not being able to is hard, especially having to work full time and still wanting to give him what I feel is the best things. So like we do cloth diapering, but that adds a whole nother thing to my to-do list every day, you know, washing diapers and everything on top of work. And then also while he was doing purees, I strictly made all of his baby food, and I made all his baby food. And that was hard too. You know, my Sundays were consumed with meal prepping for him and for my husband and for me for the week, trying to be the best mom and wife I could be, but also having to work. It's hard. It's stressful. And sometimes I just feel like something has to give, but I don't know what I want to give up because I don't want to give any of that stuff up. I want to continue making all my son's food. I want to continue using cloth diapers because I feel like they're better and I like them. So stress and mom guilt and emotions are crazy, especially after I've been done breastfeeding. The emotions again are just like a whole nother roller coaster. When he weaned himself, it was hard for me. I wasn't ready for it. He went from nursing to sleep one night to the next morning refusing to nurse and never nursing again. And that killed me. I didn't know the last time that I nursed him was going to be the last time. And I guess a lot of parents experience that, but it was rough, and I was nowhere near ready for it at all. You know, they say your emotions level out eventually, so I'm assuming they will. What other postpartum updates? I haven't really gotten into exercising or anything. I try to eat as healthy as I can, especially because I was breastfeeding, but and I know I need to exercise too, and I keep meaning to. I hate exercise. So I've been having trouble getting into that, but I will eventually. Let's see, any other postpartum updates? I think that's it, you guys. Like I said, my weight, I'm down a little bit from when Charlie was born. I don't know if this is a postpartum update as much as being a new mom update, but I'm sick all the time. And I know, so Charlie's in daycare and he's sick a lot. He's bringing stuff home all the time, but I'm sick. Literally, I feel like I've been sick for 3-4 months now, and it's driving me crazy. Like, my immune system is just shot, I guess. I'm hoping that figures itself out soon. I've been trying to take the emergency stuff, but I've been on antibiotics now for almost a month because I've had back-to-back sinus infections and I've had stomach issues, and it's been an ordeal. But like I said, Charlie's been sick too, so I feel really bad. But anyways, that's all for my postpartum update, you guys. Like I said, I will do a whole separate video on breastfeeding because that is a long story. And then I will also do another update on Charlie here pretty soon on my channel. So I will see you guys again soon. Bye, y'all.